Hello, I'm Andrew Flushy. In traffic defense, there are a number of tickets that some people refer to as fix-it tickets. The idea being that you get the ticket, as long as you fix whatever the problem was at the time of the ticket, then you bring that into court on your court date, and the ticket may be reduced or dismissed in some way. So really the idea is to bring you into compliance with the law. These are typically things like equipment violations for having like improper exhaust or some kind of window tint, or some kind of registration or inspection violations for having your registration expired or your inspection expired. Things like that. A lot of people call fix-it tickets. Now that's kind of a misnomer because the judge is not always going to reduce or dismiss them. In a lot of courts, depending on the violation, your driving record, if you're polite with the officer, and how long the item has been out of compliance, you may be able to get it dismissed, or at least dismissed as comply with law, so that saves you from having to pay a fine. But a lot of times you may still have to pay court costs on the ticket. But if it's dismissed as comply with law, then the ticket wouldn't go on your driving record, which is one thing that people are trying to prevent. The one thing that always surprises me, though, with these fix-it tickets is that not everyone brings in proof that they actually fixed the problem. It kind of makes sense from a legal perspective. If you're coming into court and you're the defendant, you have to basically, create reasonable doubt or prove your innocence in some ways. It's not technically the standard, but that's the way the system kind of operates, is you have a burden to prove. And if you're trying to say that you fixed your window tint or your exhaust or you got your car inspected, just coming in empty-handed is usually not going to be enough. The judges want a little more than that. They're not trying to doubt you, but a lot of people would come in and say, yeah, I got it done, even though they didn't. And it's so easy to bring in proof that you did fix the problem. So the easiest pieces of proof, if you have a registration or inspection violation, would be to bring in the actual registration card or the inspection pink slip that you get here in Virginia. Just bring those into court. There's no reason not to. And if for some reason it wasn't your vehicle and so you can't take those documents out of the vehicle, make a copy and bring the copy into court. Just make sure it's legible so that the officer and the judge can read it. If you have any kind of violation like tint or exhaust or anything like that, the two things that I suggest is if you bring in a receipt, if you had to buy anything or have it repaired by a mechanic, bring in the receipt. And also if it's some kind of very visible item like window tinting, take a couple pictures of the vehicle to show that the tint is removed or now a lot lighter within legal limits. Just make sure to take pictures from a wide enough angle where you can see the whole car so they know that it actually is the vehicle that was stopped. And if there is an issue where you need to take a close-up, take that as well. But again, be sure you can have kind of the whole car in the picture. And also, don't just bring the pictures in on your camera, because most courthouses won't let you bring the camera into the courtroom. So you should definitely print those pictures out. They don't have to be on glossy photo paper. Just print them out where the judge can see them, and you can bring that into court. So if you get any kind of ticket, like a fix-it ticket, my first advice is to talk with a local attorney and see if it is a ticket that might be dismissed with you going and proving that you fixed it, because you want to be sure before you go in and by yourself. And if it is one of those, definitely get the problem fixed as soon as you can, and bring in proof, some kind of receipt or documentation, and if applicable, also some kind of photographs, so the judge can see that you did fix the problem.